Hello everyone, welcome to Conversations with Sakina. In this video, I want to explore the little people. The little people from Native American legends and myths. And a specific story that kind of caught my eye, which I'll link in the description box below for you, because I'm not going to give as long of a tale as what that may have been. But it's about a Native American boy who is really an adventurous spirit, and he ventures outside of his village and goes into the woods and ends up getting very, very lost. It's fine at first. He's excited to be out there on his own and he is enjoying the adventure. But then as night falls and he starts hearing all the surrounding sounds and the wolves howling and owls hooting and things like that, he starts getting a little bit afraid because he realizes right then that he is completely lost. He has no idea how to get back to his village. And he yells, and yells, but the trees surrounding him just kind of take his breath and float away his words. And he knows that he's not going to be seen. So he prays to the big spirit, the great spirit. He prays to someone to help him find his way out. And the little people hear him and they come forward and help him find his way out of the forest. They actually lead him out of the forest to the edge where he can see his village. Now, the little people are said to be ones to care for the forest, ones who keep the energy of the forest balanced and in good health. They aid humans when they can or when they feel they should. So I want to determine, first of all, the story about the boy getting lost in the woods. Was that the first encounter of the little people with the Native American culture that took place? I believe that's where this legend or myth came from. Is this legend or myth based on fact? So we have the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, Backpacker of Cups, the Empress, and the Nine of Wands. So I feel like this is saying with the Ace of Wands that the potential of this story, the creativeness of this legend or myth comes out according to the teacher, the teller, the storyteller. But it is based on a Native American child or teen who did venture out following his heart and ended up meeting the little people after becoming absolutely exhausted and lost in his energy trying to find his way back to the village. So the story changes over time somewhat depending on who's telling the story, but the story itself was not a myth. It was something they're saying that actually did happen. Okay, so I'd like to ask, since this is based on a true story, has anyone else other than this young boy seen the little people since that time so long ago? We have the Emperor. We have the Ace of Blades or Ace of Swords. We have the Six of Blades or Six of Swords. We have the King of Blades or King of Swords. And we have the Sun. I'm going to say the answer here is yes. And I'm going to say that there are actually many who have seen the little people since the first initial sighting or helping hand that they gave. And they're saying that they're everywhere. You can see their faces in the mountains. You can hear their whispers in the trees. You can see their reflections in the water. But your mind has to be equipped or open enough to see these things. And your mind has to be uncluttered and peaceful to be able to hear these things. You have to be able to reach the heights of beliefs to really expand your mind. So you're going from the Ace of Swords to the King of Swords and right in between. There has to be harmony there to be able to see. Many people have seen, but when you are here, everything is illuminated. You see everything. Everything is bright and beautiful, and that's when you have the opportunity to see the little people. So I would like to know, the story states that the little people they're the ones who take care of the forest. It's their energy that keeps everything alive and beautiful and wonderful in all the forested areas, and probably more places than that. But we're talking specifically about forested areas since that's where this teen boy got lost, and that they care for all the plants, the animals, the trees, and so forth. What is their energy? What is it like? What does it feel like? If a person were able to feel it. So we have strength. We have the wheel. We have the Three of Swords. Two of Cups. And the Tower. So I think they're saying that the energy fills you to the brim, full of fire. It just makes you feel so powerful and so strong. Makes you feel on top of the world. Makes you feel as though nothing could ever go amiss. Makes you know that you're on top of the wheel, that time is on your side. And even though the Three of Swords is oftentimes depicted as a heartbreak card, I read it numerologically, which this is growth of the mind. So I'm going to say that energy also expands your mind and helps you realize how connected you are. It lets you feel how connected you are to everything around you, the trees, the grass, the bushes, the leaves, the water, and so forth. It lets you know how connected that you are. And with the Tower, it's as though they're saying, once you experience this, when you go back to the earth life, you see that earth life has crumbled, the one that you've known, and you need to pick up the pieces from the rubble and begin again with all of this in mind. Their energy is that powerful. So, are the little people showing themselves to more people now or less people now? Humans don't have the greatest track record for being open or we have a tendency to shoot first, ask questions later kind of thing. So the little people, are they showing themselves now that there's more ascension energies going on, or not yet? the Hierophant, Death, Seven of Vessels, or Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Sticks, or Seven of Wands. So I think what they're saying here is life has been kind of a harsh teacher. They've learned the hard way through seeing what humans do to the earth, the damage that can be done to the earth, to Mother Earth, because of people. But there are those who are transforming, and they do see this. They do see the transformations going on as the ascension energies flow through. Many people are still not noticing because there's so many things that they focus on and emote about in life, in the physical life. But there are those who are walking away from this chaos, walking away to find themselves, seeking the higher frequencies. So they are recognizing, that some are awakened, some are not, and they are noticing. So I'm assuming this means that they're noticing the change in energy, because this card looks very energetic. The Seven of Sticks, or Seven of Wands, looks very energetic. It's one that says standing their ground, getting to higher ground, defending what they believe in. But it's this energy coming in, that the rays of light here coming in that really spark that card, and also the coloring. So I think they're saying, yes, they know that it's happening and they see it. But are they showing themselves to people more now because of this? Four of Blades, the Moon, Five of Sticks, or Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. With the Four of Blades, or Four of Swords, I think they're saying that they're just sitting by waiting to kind of see which way the tables tip. The answer is not revealed to them as yet. Things are still very hidden, and there still seems to be a lot of conflict going on in the world and between people. They're waiting for people to realize where their wealth actually comes from with this Queen of Wands. Because wealth isn't always in money. Wealth can be, abundance in general can be in many different things. You might have a beautiful home and no money, but you're very abundant, you're very wealthy, because you know how to live off the land. And so they're waiting for that, because once that happens, they can really open up their energy and pour it out. And I think at that point, what they're saying, again, with the coloring, we're seeing very similar coloring on these cards. I think they're saying that they can really pour their energy into the earth as they once did. I feel like something that we have done, something that we're doing, has kind of slowed that energy. So it makes it almost impossible for them to do this. Either that, or it's kind of like if you're a parent and you see that your child has basically everything that they want, but they don't take care of anything. First instinct is to stop giving as much and to try and teach the child how to appreciate the things that they have already. And maybe that's what's happening here. They don't want to give all of their energy to show us the beauty of what can be when they know that we're not going to appreciate it yet. Okay, and another thing is, do these little people live in every wooded area in the world, even small ones that don't take up much room at all? Ten of Stones or Ten of Pentacles, King of Cups, the Hermit, Page of Wands, and Six of Wands. Absolutely, they say. And you can see them standing there and putting their arms out to show you just how broad their reach is. And they are also, their power is also, or their energy is also given to the water, as it is land. And obviously, to some degree, in the sky as well, through the aurora borealis, or the northern lights. And it's also in the colors, the beauty, and they're always playing with the different colors, with different things. Occasionally you'll run across an animal that's a color that you have never noticed before, have never seen, or a flower, a new kind of flower, that kind of thing. That's also something that they play with. And they do their best to put their energy into helping where there's weather issues, too much flooding, too much snow, that kind of thing. They don't have control over the weather, but when something like that happens, they do go to try and use their energy to help ease what happens with that. So yes, they are all over the world. And the last thing I'd like to ask is, will the little people help us out with our own gardens and plants and things like that, especially herbs and things that we need to help us physically and also just aid our frequency? We have the Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. So I believe with the Ten of Pentacles, again, this is a yes. They are willing to do that, but I think they're also telling us that we can put in the work as well. If we give what we have the right amount of, or the right soil, and we learn about the plants and what they require for light and that kind of thing, then things will grow phenomenally for us. They'll have the right frequency, they'll have everything that they need, and so will we. And they're saying it just takes, to reach this, it takes determination to do this. It takes the desire to do this. The energy between these two cards is phenomenal. It's wonderful, it's uplifting, it's calming, it's so many things. We can put our own energy and have this kind of frequency if we just do the work. And doing that work also involves, with the Page of Cups, actually dreaming about or envisioning what it is that we would like to create. Once we do that, we create that thought, and that thought creates reality. And the potential of that is crazy insane as to what can happen. So they're saying absolutely, but we are also capable of doing the frequency raising and creating or growing anything that we wish to grow by putting in the right amount of energy to it and giving it everything that it physically needs to give it its best shot, plus the light and This is the formula that says you can do this without fail. So this is the information that I have from the little people. I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments below, what you think about all this. So until next time, take care.